Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Welcome to my today's online lecture. I am here Murad Chaudhary, Senior Lecturer, Department of Agriculture Studies, Milestone College, Uttara, Dhaka. Chapter 4, Section 2. Today's section name is Types of Forest. And today we will discuss different types of forest description and some comparison of different types of forest. Basically, according to the origin, forest is two types. One is natural forest and the other one is artificial forest. Natural forest is hilly forest, plainland forest and mangrove forest, and artificial forest example is social forest. First of all, we have to understand that what is natural forest. Natural forest is which is created without the help of human being. That means God created this forest. That is called natural forest. For example, mangrove or Sundarban in of Khulna, Shalban of Gazipur and Madhupur. This is called natural forest. Then artificial forest. Exactly the forest which is made by human being artificially is called artificial forest. An example of artificial forest is Kaura forest of Coxbazar or teak forest. Even the forest like botanical garden is kind of artificial forest. Now this is a hill forest or hilly forest. This is a kind of natural forest. If you have a look here, this is the map of a partial map of a hilly forest. Here is the Sylhet region. This is the Rangamoni, Khagrasori, Bandarban, and this is Chittagong or Cox's Bazar region. So this forest is situated near this area. Basically, this forest is dense in Bandarban, Khagracholi, and Rangamati. If you have a look here, and much lighter in little bit in Sylhet area, and this one is Coxbazar, Chittagong area. This is the forest, and this is hill tracks, hilly area. That is why it's called hilly forest, and in our country, and it's about 13.77 lakh hectare covered in this forest, and this is eastern and southeastern region of this forest. Generally large trees like large trees, even creeper plants, shrubs, weeds and bamboos named borak, muli, ural, moral, tolla, keita, neli. This type of plant you can find here. Even gorgon, rajkoroi, chambal, telsur koroi, gamar, chapali, shegun, darmara, body, seaweed, wild mango trees are grown in hilly area as well. Maximum, most of the bamboo we can collect or are grown in this forest as well. And animals like elephant, monkey, pig, snake, fox, bear, mangoes, mongoose, wolf, and squirrel, etc. generally seen here. Different birds and insect also dwell here. In this here, people cultivate. Maximum tribal people live in here in Bandarban, Khagrasuri, Rangamati here, and they cultivated Jum cultivate, Kontu cultivation, that type of phrase. Nowadays, different type of people cut the forest illegally and make the house in that area. That is why landsliding happened during the rainy season in that area as well. Next one is plainland forest. So, what about the plainland of forest in there? Plainland forest. Plainland forest. If you have a look here near Rangpur, Dinajpur, or Rangpur, Dinajpur, then Dhaka, Moyminsing, Bhawal, Madhupur, Sherpur, or Kumilla. This type of plainland is called plainland forest, and here 1.2 lakh hectares the area will be is, and trees like shal, gorgon, koroi, rain tree, jarul, etc. Unfortunately, people are cutting down trees of the forest. It's very alarming for our country, for our environment, and our biodiversity as well. In this situation, for this overcome this situation, government plan to again plant shal, eucalyptus, and akashmani minji trees under participation of afforestation program. People are using the trees as their fuel making house, but nowadays eucalyptus is not good for the human health as well as the other crops. That is why human eucalyptus is not planting at the moment. And even and in here different type of animals like fox, owls, monkey, wild cat, deer are found here, and a bird like a dove, robin, cuckoo, then shalik, moina, parrot are found here as well. Even and this the soil color is reddish and brownish and clay type, and this plant is very lots of litter you can find underneath the soil here. And this is basically the most alarming situation here is people illegally cutting the plants, shal trees here. That is why government takes some initiatives which is very helpful for environment and conserving the biodiversity as well. uh, Mangrove forest is the coastal, mostly coastal region forest, which is mostly submerged in saline water. That is why the pH of this forest is little bit alkaline, like 7.5 to 8.5. And here situated in coastal region like Satkira, Khulna, Bagherhat, Borguna, Sundarban, are basically is called forest. Mangrove forest, if you have a look, this part of map is called Satkira, Khulna, Bagherhat, Borguna here. A coastal region is the mangrove forest, and the area of this forest is 610,700 hectares, which is 4.07% of our country and 39% of total forest area. And here maximum viviparous trees, shrubs, and bushes of 34 kinds, even 269 found animals are found here. Eight reptile 50 reptiles, then amphibious, shrimp, crab, and honey, all type of insects that come you can get here. Even this is the Sundarban. Another name is Sundarban, and it has been accepted as a natural heritage internationally. So this is the natural heritage of internationally as well recognized. And the and tree main tree is Sundari and Golpata, and main and uh, animal is a Royal Bengal tiger, which is world famous, only found in this our country mangrove forest. And even you can find deer, monkey, snake, and aquatic animals like shark and crocodile as well. And and then and their weather is very moist, and saline water are here. And here you can find about two times wave and tide occurred in here in between 24 hours. And this water is, I told you before, saline water. And even then here the most important here is we can get world famous, even in our country famous, as honey from here, from the Sundarban. and we can get wax from the that as well, and that is why we can, this is the raw materials of honey and wax industry as well. So this is the our mangrove forest. So plainland forest, mangrove forest, and hilly forest is very very important for your CQ and MCQ as well. So if you have a look, this is the special characteristics of a mangrove forest. This is the special characteristics of your mangrove forest, which is this type of forest plant, or Sundari plant got aerial root or new metaphors. Why? Because we know that this land, this is a coastal region on forest where the water is saline, and the what is saline and soil is saline soil and alkaline, where pH is 7.5 to 8.5. That is why for taking the respiration evaporation process, the soil produce naturally one type of root which is called aerial root, which is looks like the picture you shown here, you observed here, and this is called the new metaphor, and this one is very very important for your MCQ as well. Sometimes you can get a question like this: what is the special characteristics of a forest? So then you have to answer this question. The which is the most of the plants of this forest have upward facing aerial roots through which they can take oxygen for respiration. So because it is not possible to uptake oxygen from the water stagnant soil through normal roots as I said before, this water and soil is saline or salty. So this is very special and important and characteristics of mangrove forest. Now the one of the artificial forest, which is called social forest. So what is social forest? Social forest means the artificial forest means which is made by human being artificially to maintain the scientific method. So social forest is the forest which is near your homestead area, institution premises, roadside or unused lands, rather than the natural forest is called social forest. The purpose of forest is to supply woods for making furniture, fuel, environment protection, and make environment balance, making the biodiversity. Social forest has expanded widely in Bangladesh in the late 80s as well. So, what is the importance of social forest? Household construction and furniture, and to fulfill the lacking of fuel load for afforestation in fallow lands, households, roads, railways, barns, blanks, banks and canals, bills and rivers, and various organizations to conserve environment, even to engage the poor in works and to remove poverty, to create forest for feed, vegetables, foods, herbal and recreation. Even the forest supply forest produced raw materials to rural for small cottage industry and create employment for people as well, and maintain the environment and biodiversity as well. So this is the of some importance of social forest. And you have a look, this is the example of social forest. If you have a look, the milestone college, as here they plant lots of plants, planted lots of plants here. This is the different type of plants among inside their area. So this type of forest is called social forest. Now here I provide you a comparison between three forests. So if you have a look, these three forests is very sometimes in your creative questions like what is the difference between an hilly forest or plainland forest? What is the difference with mangrove forest or plain forest? Then you can get the a proper idea from this is a chart like definition. You can write the definition like hilly forest situated in a hilly area, plainland forest situated in a plainland, flat free land, and mangrove in coastal saline water is called mangrove forest. Even in area 13.77 lakh hectare, plainland 1.20 lakh hectare, mangrove forest 6.107 lakh hectare. Distribution, where is the location like hilly forest Bandobon, Kagurachi, Rangamati, plainland Rangpur, Dinajpur, Rangpur, sorry, Dhaka, Mymensingh, in Rajshahi, and mangrove is in Satkira, Khulna, etc. Major plants hilly forest is Segun or teak, Chapalish, Gorgon, plainland Shal forest, then mangrove Sundari. Major plants in here, major animals in here, elephant, here is squirrel or rabbit, here is Royal Bengal tiger. Present situation, illegal activities here, cutting the maximum trees and doing zoom or contour cultivation, even plain land here as well, and illegal activities occurred. But government take the proper decision, proper initiative for creating planting forest here, or planting plants in plainland forest like shal forest and mangrove forest as well. Illegal activities, extract different type of forest, even wild animals as well. And future process resource can be increased by 3-4 times under scientific management, even here as well, in plainland as well, and mangrove forest as well. If we protect the place from here, then it will be increase the natural heritage as well, for mangrove forest, even in, right, other forest as well. And this is very difficult to secure the our world heritage like mangrove forest. uh, so this is all about this section, which is types of forest description. Here, this is very important chapter for you, and from this chapter you can get this type of MCQ question like which forest accepted as a natural heritage, which is mangrove or Sundaran forest. This type of MCQ question. And CQ question like explain the hiri forest or mangrove forest or plainland forest or social forest for 3 and 4 marks. Dear students, for watching today's online lecture. If you got any problem, contact your subject teacher. They must help you. Thank you very much.